They want to protect the interests of the rich. They don't serve and protect us. They serve and protect the interests of the rich folks. And it just so happens to keep the racism thing going, so they don't police white communities the way they do black communities. Well, it's smart on their part, because they want you to think you got something that you ain't really got, right? They want you to think that you're better than what you are. They want us to think that we're worse than what we are, right? They want you to believe you're superior. They want us to believe we're inferior. But it's a trick, right? Because what we all have in common is that we're human beings and we all work for them. And so where I'm going with that is that all this division about who should stand for who and who should stand with who, and that's bullshit. And we got to lay it down, right? We got to see ourselves as one another. We got to see ourselves in each other. Right? This whole idea of when something happens to your neighbor, well, that wasn't me, so you can walk away from it. No. You got to start being concerned about your neighbor. You got to start seeing your neighbor like you see yourself.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
And so that's why I came out to support the effort for Justice for Justine. But this was also for everybody. That's why we called it a rally for justice for the what do you call it? The victims of, I like Chantel's title was better, of police terror. Because that's what it is. Yeah, it is. We all a little terrorized. Think about it. Whenever I see a cop near me, I do a double take. Right? When I'm driving, cop pulls up behind me, my heart races a little bit. Not because I'm afraid of him, right? But because I know something untoward could happen, right? And so, speaking of fear, we've got to lay down our fear. Because there's more of us than them. The other trick they have going is that they've convinced us to think like them. Yeah, we think like them. We think it's okay. All this bullshit they do, we somehow think it's okay, right? They think it's okay because they keep us in control. We got to start changing our minds. We got to start thinking, hey, when something happens to somebody and the system does it too, that is not okay, right? We got to start saying, that's not okay. We got to start working together. And we got to do our research and understand the roots of this thing, right? Police violence comes out of something. So ultimately, we have to work together. If we're going to get justice for Justine or anybody else, we're going to have to fight, because they're not going to give it to us, right? They're going to change it. They're going to change the head of the institution. They're going to put the nice guy in front of the bad institution. You see how that works? Right? You know, Arredondo's a nice guy for all practical purposes, right? But he wears that blue. So, you know, he might look like me, might be my color, but he ain't my kind. Right? You signed up to put on a uniform. And we got to be clear about this. You know, they trick us all the time. They gave us a gay police chief, right? And she acted just like what? The straight police chief that came before. And she does. Nothing changed. So it's an institution, folks. And so I just want to be a little didactic now and help us understand that it's an institution, and this institution is what ultimately we have to fight to get rid of. We've got to, like somebody wrote an editorial, we've got to flip the script. There's more of us than them. We should run the town and not them, right? Right? We should decide the policy, not them, right?
Let's make the policy.
Right? We should decide policy, not them, right? I mean, we push for the body camera, and then they don't even have hard and fast rules about when they should have more, right? So, right, and the body, so
all the time.
That's right. So clearly, that's not the solution. The solution is a department that treats us. Okay, the solution is a department that treats us as human beings, right? All right, and I'm gonna leave you with this. And as we fight for Justine, use this as an opportunity to educate yourself, right? Don't get tired, because they're gonna try to protract this thing. They're also gonna muddy the water a little bit. You've heard the lawyers already. The lawyers are already saying again the tricks, you know, about them being ambushed. One of the lawyers said we need to check her system for drugs. Oh yeah, y'all, did you see they pulled that on it? So we got to look for the tricks and look past the trick and keep fighting. As I always say to people, there's no guarantee we'll get justice for Justine, but I guarantee you this: if we don't fight, we won't win. Right? If we don't fight, we won't win. But if we fight, we got a chance to win. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Mel.